You have two choices. You can spend your life chasing comfort, or you can train yourself to chase growth. Because the truth is this, your brain is already addicted. Addicted to convenience, addicted to distraction, addicted to the easy dopamine hits that keep you average. And every day, without realizing it, you're reinforcing the same cycle. You hit snooze, you scroll for just 5 minutes, you delay the workout, you avoid the difficult conversation, you wait for motivation. But what if the problem isn't your discipline? What if your brain has simply been trained to crave comfort instead of challenge? And if that's true, then it can be retrained. That changes everything. Because the people you admire most, they are not superhuman. They just built a brain that associates hard things with reward. While most people run away from discomfort, they lean into it. That's the difference. Every morning, you're making one of two decisions: train weakness or train resilience. And most people don't even realize they're practicing failure. Think about it. Every time you quit early, your brain learns quitting. Every time you avoid discomfort, your brain learns avoidance. Every time you break promises to yourself, your identity weakens.
That's why procrastination is dangerous. It's not just delaying action, it's reinforcing a version of yourself you don't want to become. And the scary part? Comfort feels harmless in the moment. That extra hour in bed feels harmless. Skipping one workout feels harmless. Putting things off until tomorrow feels harmless. But small actions repeated daily become identity. James Clear said, "Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become." So the question is, what are you voting for every single day? Because successful people think differently about pain. Athletes understand this. Entrepreneurs understand this. Artists understand this. Michael Jordan didn't become legendary because he loved comfort. David Goggins didn't build mental toughness by staying inside his comfort zone. Apple co-founder Steve Jobs didn't change the world by choosing what was easy. They trained themselves to associate struggle with growth. That's the shift. The moment your brain realizes discomfort leads to confidence, strength, progress, and self-respect, hard things stop feeling like punishment. They start feeling powerful. Once that happens, your entire life changes. Because there's a hidden advantage most people never discover. Hard things create momentum.
After a difficult workout, your mind feels sharper. After finishing deep work, distractions lose their power. After keeping a promise to yourself, your confidence rises. You begin trusting yourself again. That's the reward nobody talks about. Discipline creates self-respect, and self-respect changes the way you walk, speak, think, and live. Suddenly, you stop negotiating with your goals. You stop waiting to feel ready. You become dangerous in the best possible way. So how do you actually train your brain to crave difficult things? First, reward effort, not outcomes. Most people only feel proud when they win. That's a mistake. You need to celebrate showing up. If you complete the workout, that's a win. If you study when you don't feel like it, that's a win. If you face discomfort instead of avoiding it, that's a win. Your brain learns through repetition and reward. Teach it that effort itself is valuable. That's exactly what elite performers do. Second, make discomfort your daily ritual. Not occasionally, daily. Take cold showers, wake up earlier, exercise when you don't want to. Do the hardest task first. Why?
Because every time you willingly choose discomfort, you send your brain a message. I can handle hard things. And eventually, your identity changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who needs motivation. You become someone who takes action regardless of emotion. Third, reduce easy dopamine. This is critical. Your brain cannot crave challenge if it's constantly overstimulated by instant gratification. Endless scrolling, constant notifications, mindless entertainment. These things weaken your attention span and destroy your tolerance for effort. That's why focused work feels painful to so many people now. Their brain has been conditioned for speed, novelty, and distraction. Protect your focus like your future depends on it. Because it does. Fourth, connect pain to purpose. Hard things become easier when they mean something. Kobe Bryant didn't practice relentlessly because it was fun every day. He practiced because greatness mattered more than comfort. Purpose changes your relationship with suffering. When you know why you're doing something, your brain tolerates difficulty differently. And finally, keep promises to yourself. This might be the most important one of all, because every promise you keep builds trust, and every promise you break weakens identity.
Start small if you have to, but be consistent. Consistency rewires the brain, not intensity, not motivation, consistency. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, do one thing every single day that makes you uncomfortable. One thing. Wake up earlier, run farther, study longer, speak up, turn off distractions, finish what you start. At first, your brain will resist. That's normal. But then something incredible happens. You begin craving the feeling on the other side of difficulty, the confidence, the clarity, the pride, the momentum. And one day, you realize something most people never do. The hard path was actually the easier life. Because discipline gives you freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from weakness, freedom from becoming less than what you could have been. So the next time life gives you a choice between comfort and growth, choose growth. Again and again. Because every hard thing you conquer trains your brain to become stronger. And when you master that, you don't just master discipline, you master your life.